Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hello everyone, good morning all of you. This is Ashima Shukla, your Current Affairs and Banking Awareness faculty on Entri platform. And in this session, we are going to talk about all the major news events that have taken place in the past days. The discussion is going to involve all the major news events that are there, and we'll be talking about them in a short and crisp format so that you get all the major updates associated with them. And for further such question practices, you can take up a free live quiz that happens on Entri app. For that, you'll have to download the app, and from there you can take the free quiz. Starting on the discussion of current affairs, the first news event is related to Election Commission. Now, Election Commission has increased the existing election expenditure limit for candidates in parliamentary and assembly constituencies due to the increase in inflation. So, because of this increase in inflation, a recent important change has happened, that is revision of the expenditure limit. Now, the new limits which have been brought in, they are all going to be applicable in the upcoming elections in the country. Before this, the major revision of election expenditure was done in the year 2014, and later on a 10% increase was done in the year 2020. Now, what is the ceiling that has been put up? In parliamentary constituencies in bigger states, which are Maharashtra, MP, UP, West Bengal, Karnataka, increase of 95 lakh rupees has happened from the previous 70 lakh. So from now on, it is going to be 95 lakh from 70 lakh. In smaller states like Goa, Sikkim, Arunachal and the Union Territories, increase has become to 70 lakh from 54 lakh. In the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, and bar has been increased to 95 lakh. Then assembly constituencies poll expenditure, in that bigger states increase has happened to 40 lakh from 28 lakh, and in smaller states increase has happened from 20 to 28 lakh. Then we have the third National Water Awards for 2020, which were announced by Union Minister of Jal Shakti Gajendra Singh Shekhawat ji. Now, Uttar Pradesh was adjudged as the best state in water conservation efforts in the National Water Awards of 2020. Overall, there were 57 awards in 11 different categories which were announced in this thing. And then we have the National Water Award, which was launched by the Jal Shakti Ministry in 2018 to recognize and motivate individuals in doing the exemplary work in the field of water resource management. Now, a few one-liners. Captain Harpreet Chandi, who is an Indian-origin British Sikh Army officer, has created a history by becoming the first woman of color to complete a solo, unsupported expedition to the South Pole. And she's a 32-year-old, currently based in London, and who is also a physiotherapist. Reliance Retail, the retail arm of Reliance Industries, has acquired a 25.8% stake in an online delivery platform, Dunzo, by investing 200 million US dollars, which is approximately 1,488 crore rupees. It's going to help Dunzo. Dunzo is an Indian startup. It's a Bengaluru-based startup to become the largest quick commerce business in the country. Then we have T.S. Tirumurti, India's permanent representative to United Nations, who has been appointed to chair the UN Security Council Counter-Terrorism Committee for the year 2022. Now, over here, what we need to know is that we already know India is currently on a one-year chairship for United Nations Security Council, and in that, India is going to handle 3 committees. Out of the 3 committees, the first which we have taken forward is the Counter-Terrorism Committee, for which the chair has been appointed. It's a 2-year term of India, so in 2022, the term of India is going to end on 31st of December. Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs (CCEA) has approved a memorandum of understanding between India and Nepal for the construction of a bridge over Mahakali River. It forms border between India and Nepal, and the bridge will be connecting the twin town of Dharchula in Uttarakhand and Dharchula in the Union Territory of Nepal. Now this is going to be approximately in a 3-year duration. This project is going to be completed and it's also going to help in strengthening the relation between both the countries. Prime Minister Modi ji virtually inaugurated the second campus of Chittaranjan National Cancer Institute in Kolkata in Newtown near Rajarat. The new campus has been built with an estimated cost of about 530 crore rupees, out of which 400 crores have been given by Union government and remaining by West Bengal government. So it's a 75 to 25 ratio in which the investment is going to happen from center to state. Now CNCI is going to be an autonomous body under the center and only government run cancer hospital in Bengal. It will be after it is completed. Prime Minister Modi ji has chosen Puducherry as the host for National Youth Festival 2022. The 25th National Youth Festival has been organized from 12th of January to 16th of January 2022. That is the recent announcement that has come forward. It is organized as a part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, in which 1,000 youths from the country are expected to participate. Union Minister of Science and Technology Dr. Jitendra Singh ji inaugurated 24th National Conference on E-Governance in Hyderabad, Telangana. The theme is India's Decade Digital Governance in a Post-Pandemic World. Now, this conference was organized by Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances and Ministry of Electronics and IT along with the Government of Telangana. India Ratings and Agency or INDRA has downgraded the GDP of India for current fiscal year 2021-22. INDRA expects the GDP to clock a growth of 9.3% YoY in financial year 22, which was earlier 9.4%. So from 9.4, it has been downgraded to 9.3%. Alongside, BRICS Ratings has revised India's GDP growth rate to 8.5 to 9%. Earlier it was 10%. They have reduced it to 8.5 to 9% range. And these revisions have been done due to the spread of Omicron variant. Veteran Chinese diplomat Zhang Ming has taken over as the new Secretary General of Shanghai Cooperation Organization SCO. Then we have India's first mobile honey processing van, which has been launched at village Sirora in Ghaziabad, UP. The van was inaugurated by Vinay Kumar Saxena, the chairman of Khadi Village Industries Commission. Then we have Ministry of External Affairs, which has signed an agreement with Tata Consultancy Services Limited for the second phase of Passport Seva program. Now, this TCS will be the service provider for the Passport Seva program, and it has been the service provider for over 10 years as of now. National Statistics Office NSO has estimated GDP growth of India to 9.2% in the current fiscal year. NSO released its first advanced estimates of economic output on January 7, 2022. Fiscal deficit target likely to be achieved is 6.8% as per the predictions. The nominal GDP for 2021-22 estimated at 232.15 lakh crores and real GDP estimated at 147.54 lakh crore rupees. Also, the projection for 2020-2021 was at a contraction of 7.3%. So, which we are assuming to be complete, maybe is not the actual prediction that was done. 6 Indo-Pacific nations are taking part in the multinational exercise Sea Dragon 22. It began on 5th of January at Anderson Air Force Base in Guam in Western Pacific. 6 navies which are participating are the Quad nations, US, Australia, India, Japan, and then Canada and South Korea. These are the 6 countries who are going to participate. Who is leading the exercise? United States is the one which leads the exercise. Organization for Petroleum Exporting Nations OPEC has voted to appoint Haitham Al-Gaines as the new Secretary General of OPEC, and he is going to be appointed for a duration of 3 years. A new book with the title Mamata Beyond 2021, based on West Bengal Chief Minister and Trinamool Congress Supremo Mamata Banerjee, will be released on 24th of January. It has been written by Jayant Ghoshal, a public journalist, and the translation of this has been done by Arunava Sinha. RBI has cancelled certificate of authorization of Muthoot Vehicles and Asset Finance Limited and Eco India Financial Service Private Limited. Reason was mentioned as non-compliance with regulatory requirements under the Payment and Settlement Systems Act of 2007. J.C. Chaudhary, who is a numerologist, has achieved the first ever Guinness World Record in numerology, first world record of 2022. What is the record? He has achieved because of granting education to around 6,000 people about numerology under an initiative organized by Chaudhary Numero Private Limited, an Indian Institute of Numerology. Gandhi's Assassin, The Making of Nathuram Godse and His Idea of India, has been written by Dhirendra K. Jha ji and has been announced recently. Reliance Retail has around 25.8% stake in Danzo. We have already discussed. Reliance Jio and NPCI partnered to launch UPI AutoPay facility for the telecom industry recently. CM of Gujarat Bhupendra Patel ji launched a Student Startup and Innovation Policy 2.0 or SSIP 2.0. This has been launched for a duration of 5 years. Around 50 lakh students from 1,000 higher education institutes and 10,000 schools of innovation and entrepreneurship will be benefiting from this. Main objective is to financially support school students in innovation activities. Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India IRDAI has decided to set up 2 hubs. One hub dedicated to motor insurance, set up in the Institute of Insurance and Risk Management IIRM. Other to be dedicated to property insurance, set up at the National Insurance Academy NIA. The objective is to promote less preventive measures in the industry of finance. Now, there's also going to be an advisory committee under the chairship of NIA's director in this. Advisory committee is going to work for a duration of 2 years. Airtel Payments Bank entered into partnership with Park Plus, which works to frame automated parking spaces through FASTags. They have partnered to provide FASTag-based smart parking solutions to marquee commercial and residential properties in India. So it's the network and reach of Airtel Payments Bank will benefit in this partnership, and the digitization is going to be done using FASTags. With this, we'll be winding up this segment, and I hope this session has been helpful. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, have a great day ahead.